听听嘀咕咚烂碎的声音，太他妈惨了！死人东西不也这样吗？
A dense jungle, a wide river slicing through it, and a small wooden boat pushing upstream. That's where the story begins. Jeff, a hardened snake hunter, was moving forward with 2 companions, all of them searching for rare snakes they could capture and sell in the city. But today, they weren't going to an ordinary hunting spot. They were going to a place whispered to be cursed. A place overflowing with venomous snakes and ruled by one monstrous predator, the legendary Crimson Anaconda. Even the captain warned Jeff that people who entered that region never returned alive. But Jeff only smirked and told him to drop them there and collect his money. And Jeff wasn't here for ordinary snakes. He came to catch the Crimson Anaconda itself. When they finally reached the forbidden area, the captain demanded more money, terrified of the danger ahead. Jeff didn't argue. He deliberately dropped the money on the ground. As the captain bent to pick it up, Jeff suddenly stabbed him in the throat, slit his neck, and threw his severed head into the river. His 2 companions, horrified, watched silently. Jeff told them coldly that if they ever tried to betray him, they would meet the same fate. Moving deeper into the jungle, they found a huge statue of a serpent, confirming that the Crimson Anaconda was more than a myth. While Jeff's companions collected smaller snakes, Jeff only focused on tracking the giant one. One companion later carried the bags of snakes back toward the boat, only to see the headless captain's corpse standing eerily in the water. Before he could run, something massive rushed toward him beneath the surface. In a flash, the gigantic anaconda wrapped around him, crushed his bones, and swallowed him alive. The second companion later spotted the enormous snake slithering up a tree, its belly swollen with the man it had just eaten. Before he could flee, the anaconda vomited the corpse out and killed him too. Jeff watched from a distance, pleased. He wanted the snake to feed so its guard would drop. He prepared to tranquilize it, but suddenly the jungle erupted with the screams of animals and birds fleeing in panic. The anaconda vanished into the trees. The scene abruptly shifted to a struggling circus. Its owner was approached by Billy Yang, a man who had mysteriously become rich in just a few years. Billy bought out everyone working in the circus and planned to take them to Thailand for a new show. They boarded a boat, but Billy secretly called someone saying the delivery was ready, revealing he had sinister plans for these people. Their route was blocked by piles of wood and shipping containers. When the captain suggested a longer path, Billy refused. He demanded the blockade be blown up. They planted bombs and detonated them, clearing the path. But the containers had been filled with snakes. Hundreds of serpents rained onto the boat. As chaos broke out, a girl named Lenny blasted them off with a high-pressure hose. Billy hid in the bathroom, but snakes crashed in from above. He jumped into the river and swam to shore, only to face a king cobra, when suddenly someone crushed it underfoot. It was Jeff. Billy, grateful, brought Jeff aboard. Jeff lied, claiming he was a lost explorer. Soon, a circus member named Gio collapsed in pain, and Jeff discovered a thin parasitic snake inside his ear. It bit Jeff, but Jeff was unharmed. Lenny noticed this and realized Jeff was immune to snake venom. While the group discussed Jeff's strange abilities, Jeff secretly bribed the boat captain to take him to a forbidden location marked on his map. The captain panicked and threatened Jeff at gunpoint, refusing to go near that place. Jeff later killed him, dragging his body underwater to lure the Crimson Anaconda again. When the captain's disappearance was noticed, everyone grew suspicious, especially Lenny. Suddenly, the jungle erupted with animal cries once again. The water churned, and the monstrous anaconda attacked Jeff's trap. It yanked Jeff into the river, smashed him around. But Jeff survived and climbed onto a small boat, stabbing the snake repeatedly, though barely injuring it. The anaconda wrapped around Jeff and the boat, dragging both underwater. The others believed Jeff had died, until he suddenly appeared behind them, alive. Moments later, the snake reappeared on the boat's roof, vomiting the captain's corpse. As terror spread, Jeff attacked the anaconda again, enraging it. The snake hunted Jeff into the cabin, nearly killing 2 circus members, but Jiao trapped its head in a clay pot. The serpent thrashed wildly, knocking over kerosene and triggering fires. Just as Jeff tried to noose the anaconda, The flames reached the stored explosives. A massive explosion destroyed the boat. Everyone jumped into the river except Jeff, who burned with the creature he tried to kill. The survivors reached shore, shaken and stranded. Lenny confronted Billy, insisting Jeff had caused everything. But when Jeff spoke of the millions they could earn by capturing the giant anaconda, Billy's greed consumed him. He abandoned the Thailand plan and sided with Jeff. Later, a circus girl was bitten by a deadly spider. Jeff claimed he had medicine on his boat and convinced the group to follow him. During their long trek, Jeff warned them never to drink the river water, which contained parasites that created deadly thirst. One man secretly drank it at night and died attempting to drown himself, proving Jeff's warning true. The group continued and eventually entered a river where they were ambushed by multiple anacondas. One man was killed instantly. Fleeing in panic, the survivors finally reached Jeff's boat. Jeff handed over the antidote for the spider bite, but revealed his true intentions. He needed them as live bait. When the child in the group refused, Jeff and Billy drew weapons. Jeff tied 2 circus men as bait. Billy confessed he had never planned to take them to Thailand. He had planned to sell their organs. Just then, one of the tied women tricked Jeff, grabbed his gun, but the safety was on and the gun didn't fire. Jeff attacked her, but Lenny stabbed him. A chaotic fight broke out, and a gunshot rang, hitting one of the women fatally. Meanwhile, Billy waited confidently for the anaconda to attack the bait, unaware a second giant snake dropped from above and killed him. Jeff continued chasing the survivors until a massive anaconda snatched him away. The remaining group tried to flee, but Jeff wasn't dead. He reappeared and tranquilized Jiao. He tied everyone with razor wire, sprinkled blood around them, and waited as dozens of anacondas arrived. But suddenly, the jungle erupted in fear once more. All the snakes fled except one. The crimson anaconda emerged, colossal and terrifying. It killed the smaller snake instantly and approached the 3 captives. Jeff released his trap, snaring the monster, but it bit through the ropes and escaped. Jeff grabbed the remaining line but was pulled between 2 trees, trapped as the giant serpent crushed and swallowed him alive. The child bit through the wire with bleeding gums, freeing everyone. But the crimson anaconda pursued them, cornering them near a container. The boy tried to hide inside, but the serpent approached, opening its jaws, when Jiao smashed the door and saved him. They ran again, but the snake chased them through its own jungle. Cornered and hopeless, they watched as the huge monster lunged, only to slice its own head on a massive razor wire trap Jeff had rigged earlier. The crimson anaconda collapsed dead. The survivors stared in disbelief, then fled the cursed jungle forever. And with that, the story ends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.